and they got there. From the very beginning of the war, one of Germany's principal aims has been Britain's starvation. Yet today, Britain can claim to be the best-fed country in Europe, and her 1942 harvest looks like being the greatest on record. The country has responded magnificently to the government's agricultural policy, and there are now 6 million more acres under crops than before the war. 6 million. Grain crops are the heaviest ever harvested. For instance, about half the wheat we require, we now grow ourselves. Labour for the harvest has included help from many amateurs, not least a large number of schoolboys who've thoroughly enjoyed the service. Here they're stoking flax, a home crop which has been developed for many industrial uses. Taking agriculture as a whole, we are now nearly twice as self-supporting as we were before the war. And if that isn't something the farmers can be proud of, I'd like to know what is.
We have had a very good harvest this year. In fact, it has been a bumper one. And we are very pleased to think that we can give such assistance to both the Royal Navy and Merchant Service in saving shipping space.
A modest way of putting it, but perfectly true just the same. And if a measure of prosperity has returned to the men who till the soil of Britain, well, it's about time. Heaven knows our farming is important enough now, but it'll be just as important after the war. That should go without saying. It's a great story, this harvest of 1942, and it's good to see up-to-date machinery on our land, like this combine, cutting, threshing, bagging, and throwing out the straw for another machine to collect. Girls, as we know, are playing their part on the land just as faithfully as in the workshops. And although a picture of farming may look like a holiday, believe me, it's one of the toughest war jobs there is, calling for really hard and skillful work all the year round. One of the girls here used to work in the City of London.
Well, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Hip.
And how do you like the work here?
I like it very much
Is
indeed.
it going all right today?
Yes, it's going quite well. It's rather hot today, though, I'm afraid.
You like working here?
Yes, I like it very much indeed.
Would you like to go back to the Bank of England after you've...
No, I haven't any desire to be able to go back.
You haven't done it?
No.
None at all?
No.
The Women's Land Army and farmers all over Britain have fought and are still fighting their hardest to win the battle of supplies. When the last battle has been won, that's a fact we mustn't forget.